up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU.
Welcome back, welcome back. Today we're up with the sun. Don't mind the bags under my eyes. I'm getting old. I'm getting on in years. But we're up with the sun. We got a lot of stuff to do today. And you know, you got to get up early because sometimes even the easy things in life can be a struggle when you're on a sailboat. And today, you're going to follow us along with that struggle. So if you're not in the mood to struggle, go ahead and get the heck up out of here.
We're not struggling.
But if you want to ride the struggle bus with us, enjoy the ride.
We're sailing good, bad, and ugly. 3 years ago, we bought our boat off Craigslist for $5,000. I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We are known to break the rules and do things a little less traditional. Hit subscribe to join the adventure. Thanks to our patrons for keeping us going. Alright guys, before we go, I just wanted to kind of ask you guys some questions and kind of tell you what I'm thinking about for our enclosure. So as you know from a previous video, we made a hard top. Now I want to cover in canvas to protect the PVC. I'm thinking of a top piece that obviously lets the solar panels show through like cutouts that are sewn, obviously. And then it will come down on the sides and maybe snap around these side poles. But after that, I'm not too sure what to do after that because I think I'm going to have to put roll-ups in the inside because we want to snap them down to the fiberglass of the cockpit. We just want it to be as waterproof as possible.
Yeah, I think 2 flaps on the side attached by zippers in the front to the Dodger and then a flap on the back is going to look pretty good. And I think that that's going to keep all the water off of me.
It's going to be a nightmare of a sewing project, so wish me luck. Give me some helpful hints if you have any, and we'll see how that goes in the future.
Finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song. And then you stood there smiling at me as so many times before. Never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It is true.
Alright guys, so we're walking down the road and I got a new backpack that I wanted to share, you know. As a person that lives on a boat, a little backpack, I got it, I got a little $10 clearance backpack from Walmart, and this thing saves my life. I got bug spray in there. You'll never believe what a woman living on a boat carries in her purse, but I got a lot of stuff in there. Maybe I'll show you later.
Get a good bag, ladies. Don't go too chic with the baggage because she got this like cooler looking, trendier one, and it was a disaster. It was a nightmare. She hated it. She traded in for the old trusty backpack, but it's still pretty cute, I think.
It's a miniature backpack.
Alright, first stop, had to come to the Ferreteria. I gotta get a big board. I gotta get a 4x8 plywood. I'm hoping they have some 3/4 inch finished plywood here. If anything, they should have the rough stuff, and I'll just be able to sand the out of it. But it's gonna be rough to get back to the boat. It's about a half a mile, maybe a mile to get here. So I gotta carry that big old board, and then I gotta try to load it up on the dinghy. So we'll see how that goes. You gonna help me carry it, Chris?
Yeah, I'll help. I mean, it's hot today, but I guess.
We'll be shady under the board.
Siguiente line, this is the third line, okay?
so I know I said we weren't gonna be struggling, but I've been struggling. That was hot. We had to wait in a line with our masks on, sweating, and then when you finally get there, the whole place has a million mosquitoes. And I don't know if anyone's like me, but the mosquitoes all eat my legs up. They don't even bite him. And I even have bug spray in my purse, and they still bit me right through the bug spray.
Yeah, because they know better than to come biting on me.
Surviving?
Oh man, that's too heavy for you, bro.
Maybe for you.
That's too heavy.
Alright, so I gotta carry this big board. They're talking saying I can't carry it, it's too heavy for me. I'm not gonna lie. It is heavy, but I'm not a regular gringo, so I'm just gonna rip it down in the marina.
You did it.
All right, this journey ain't over yet. We still need to get some ice and some gas. All in an afternoon. Alright guys, now that it's not gonna be as easy as I made it look. So, you know, if you ever bring this 3/4 inch plywood, and be, you know, just be ready for a tangle, ready for a tussle.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna fly off the dinghy.
Oh, ye of little faith. I don't know why, but whenever we leave the boat, Bear always ignores Mama when she gets back, but she looks at me and she screams like, "Meow,
But with no
meow."
noise.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like she's mad at me for leaving or something. I don't know. Alright guys, so we fit the new fridge in, and even though it does fit, I want it to be a little bit bigger just so it's easier for me to take in and out if I want to clean it, service it, things like that. So we're going to rip this out. I'm going to rebuild a whole new cabinet that's going to be a little bit taller. It's going to match counter space a little bit better. I think it's going to give the feng shui an overall improvement. And I want to go do some fun stuff today. So I'm going to get busy and knock this work out because I'm kind of upset that I even have to do this project again. But I'm going to do it. We're going to get it done and it's going to look beautiful.
If you don't know what he's talking about, last week we showed you we got a new cooler freezer. And we're trying to make room for it on the boat.
Okay guys, so we decided to build like a little framed in wall and a subfloor to hold this thing up, just because as we were getting into the build, and these latches are pretty intricate, the way I'd have to build a lid system for it to make everything flush and go in, we realized that we haven't really tested this yet. So instead of working really hard to make a custom housing for this cabinet, we're just going to put something in for now until we can test it for 4 or 5 months, and then later on in life we're going to do an interior rebuild, and maybe we want it here, maybe we want it somewhere else. So we're not going to go crazy with building something too big in here that takes up too much space. So now we just have a spot that it holds in, safe and sound. Did the carpentry, did my dowels, you know, all that stuff, and now Kristen's up. She's going to stain it and make it look pretty.
I'm going to stain it so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Luckily this is great, matches our interior. We also didn't want to go too high. We need to look at the display, and it'll be able to breathe better. So overall I think this is the best idea. So I'm going to get into staining it now. Hopefully the stain comes out good.
Narrow streets and dusty roads I've lingered on for far too many years. I wandered down the city, taking pity on myself through my fears. All this place ever gave me was a boot upon my face when I was down.
Alright guys, so we're done working on this project. We're gonna call it like it is. And it does its job. So let's move on. We want to go have some fun because we didn't get to do that yesterday. We're going off onto the paddle board to see what we can adventure into. Alright guys, we got off the boat and we decided to come to this cool little private island that people paddleboard to. So we brought our paddleboard, and it has nice white sand, clear water, some pelicans, and we're just gonna enjoy the sunset.
There was even a big old iguana over there.
To get out of here. We're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but what's new? Going back home for some sundowners. Alright guys, just wanted to say thanks for watching. It was just a day in the life living on a sailboat for us. Nothing too fancy, but you gotta get a lot of work done when you have an old boat.
Yeah, it seems like the days in the life lately it's just been boat work on top of boat work. But you know what? Building your dreams ain't easy. And nobody ever said it would be. So I guess I'm gonna quit. I guess I'm just gonna quit being a little about it and get my work done.
Why, were you complaining? I don't think you were complaining. I was the one complaining about the heat and the mosquitoes.
Well, yeah, sometimes in my own head I complain, you know. Sometimes it's like I'm talking to y'all, but really I'm just talking to myself.
You're losing it.
Well, what a day though. What would you say, how'd you like the project if you had to give it an A to B? Or not A to B, excuse me.
I don't
A
wanna,
to F.
I think it's okay. I'm just going to say it's okay. I don't want to fight with you. I know you put in a lot of hard work, and that's what a good spouse and partner on the boat's going to say.
I think that box looks damn good, gentlemen. And this... Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. Well, clearly the ladies are going to hate it probably. But gentlemen, let me know if you like it. You can give me an A through F grade. It's just the build was going to get really complex, and I don't know if I'm going to have to take that thing out to clean it, if there's any sort of servicing I have to do to it. So I didn't want to completely enclose it and do something where I had to completely rip the boat apart just to try to deal with that
would
later.
be dumb.
Because we haven't done some things yet, and there's still some wires I got to run as far as the solar install still has a few things coming as well. So, you know, I went with the small project, I guess.
And it's gonna better our life once we get that thing up and running, and everything's gonna be good. We got the solar panels.
And also, we're gonna be sailing soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Even if I have to commandeer one of these other boats to do it. If I have to Jack Sparrow one of these other black pearls, I'm doing it. I'm gonna feel the wind in my sails. So yeah, coming up pretty soon. It's gonna be exciting, big stuff, and then we got some sailing to do. Back to being seasick.
You don't want to share the surprises. We got surprises.
Surprises, guys.
But make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, and comment. Give us a comment about something. Tell us how bad it sucked, our cabinet, or how great it was.
Cabinet came out pretty well. I'm
Okay,
no
don't
carpenter.
say how bad it is. Matt will get mad.
I used dowels, and I ran into a problem with it because I don't know if it's a different kind of wood or just the grain.
Oh.
Whoa. The grain or the cut, but my dowels came out super dark and the wood was a little bit lighter. So now I'm like, it looks like I got the polka dot patties, and kind of makes me mad. So any of my woodworking carpenters out there, if you could ease my troubles in the next dowel shenanigans that I'm gonna have,
No more dial shenanigans.
let me know, because I want to know how to do the dowels properly. And don't come at me with no, they actually have a dowelless cabinet that you can do. No, we're not doing none of that. We're using the dowels because that's the way the good Lord intended.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.